So all the world's stage. Hello everyone. So this is me Mohan Nahora. Today we will discuss a very famous poem by William Shakespeare, All the World's Stage. So without wasting our time, let's start our class. But before I start my class, my as usual request is if you are new to this channel and if you have not subscribed my channel, do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon because it motivates me and then it provides me encourage to bring such new lectures. Okay, so today we'll discuss very famous poem All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. I hope everyone has heard the name of this greatest English playwright. So he was also England's national poet. As you can see him, his portrait looks like this. And then so Ben Jonson has something to say about this person. Ben Jonson says this person William Shakespeare was not of an age, so he was for all the time. William Shakespeare is universal writer, means his plays, his poems or his writings, they were enjoyed in the past by the people. They are being enjoyed, they will be enjoyed by the people. Okay. So something or someone becomes universal when that thing was, is and will be praised. So this is a brief bio about William Shakespeare. Now before we start our class, let's go something, let's know something about his life related facts. As you can see on picture here, on top of your left you can see the house where he was born. On top of your right you can see the theater owned by him. Especially an interesting fact about this person is William Shakespeare is he was Karan Johar of that time. So now look at here, he will be asking why Karan Johar, who is Karan Johar. So Karan Johar is one of the most famous Bollywood producers who has produced super hit movies. So now look at here, I am comparing William Shakespeare with Karan Johar because William Shakespeare was, remember, William Shakespeare was also producer that time, because during that time people didn't have cinemas, multiplexes, and they didn't have other means of entertainment. So they used to visit theater, they used to go to theaters to enjoy for the entertainment. And William Shakespeare, he used to own his own theater whose name was the Globe Theater. Okay, you can see on picture here. Then here on bottom of your left you can see the grave where William Shakespeare's symmetrialized. Then you can see the riverside Avon by which he was born. Okay, so now let's move ahead. Okay, so William Shakespeare was or is also a popular sonnet writer. He has written sonnets, especially 14 line poem. It's called sonnet. Okay. So now look at here. So who is playwright now? Please remember this thing before we start the final discussion. Playwright is a person who writes plays, right? A poet is a person who writes poem. So please WRIGST write. Know the spelling, not okay. WRITER writer, not playwriter. We don't say playwriter to someone who writes plays. We say playwright. We use this word. And Shakespeare has altogether written 38 plays. Okay, so he has written plays in comic genre, in historical genre, and then his tragic genre. Some of his popular plays are in comedy. He has written like As You Like It, and then Comedy of Errors, then 12th Night. Then in histories, he has written King John, Henry V, Richard III, and in tragedies, because he is popular for his tragedies. Romeo and Juliet. I hope everyone has heard about this. Julius Caesar, Macbeth, Hamlet, Othello. Okay, so these are his brief intros. Now, so we come to the major discussion. So here, our famous playwright has compared the world with a stage. This world is a big stage where characters or where people are born, they perform their duty, then they exit or they leave this world. So why? Now look at here, if you ever have visited any cinemas or any theaters, then you see there are two doors. From one door characters they enter on stage, and from another they exit the stage. And now during their performance they perform different roles. Some are protagonists, some are antagonists, some are foil characters, some are supporting characters. So our life is a stage. When we are born means we enter onto stage, then when we do our duties means we are performing our role, and when we exit means we die. Now without wasting again, let's move ahead. Okay, so actually this poem is a monologue uttered by a character called Jax in comic play As You Like It. So in this play there is a central metaphor. So what is metaphor? We will discuss about that too, which compares life with stage. And how many stages of that life has? 7 stages. Okay, so we will discuss about those 7 stages as well. So let's move ahead. Look at here. So this poem is okay taken from this poem is okay extracted from, let's say, As You Like It, famous comic play by Shakespeare. Okay, so we will not discuss about that play here. Rather we will discuss this with very textual interpretation will be made here. But now look at here, if we have to say something out, and this poem is very similar to Hindu mythology, because in Vedas also life is divided into 4 parts. Okay, in Hindu mythology also life is divided into different parts. Similarly this poem also so separates life into different stages. Okay, into how many stages? Do not forget, 7 stages. Okay, so now this is our poem. Okay, this is a monologue uttered by a character, okay, to none but himself. So the poem starts like this. Okay, all the old stays from the very beginning line, and all the men and women merely players. So the speaker, he is here comparing all the men and women with what? With the players, performers of that stage. They have their exits and their entrances, means they come on stage, they leave the stage. And one man in his time plays many acts, parts. One man in his life plays many parts, his acts being 7 stages. Now this one is very important. So the question will be asked to you, how many stages are being described in this poem by the speaker or by the Shakespeare? 7 stages. How many stages, dear learners? 7 stages. Do not forget. According to this poem, a life has 7 stages. Okay, so at first the infant, okay, we'll discuss it in detail. So let's move ahead now. So look at here, first stage is infancy. The stage of infancy means when you are born. You can see and picture here. At first the infant, the speaker says, infancy is the first stage. We are born mewling and puking in the nurse's arm. So mewling and puking means we cry, okay, and then we vomit. So we cry when a child is born, he or she cries in the nurse's arms. So the person who takes care of that child. Okay, so first stage is described as the stage of infancy. When you are born, stage of infancy remains for 0 to 2 months. Okay, 0 to 2 months. Okay, so this is called stage of infancy. Now look at here. So this is the beginning of our life. This is how our life begins. Our life begins when we are born and crying on our mother's lap. Okay, let's move ahead. So remember now, second stage is stage of a school boy. When you start going to school, okay, stage of a school boy. So now look at here, this is the second stage. So after your 2 years, when you reach 2 and 3 years, so your parents, they send you to school. And what happens during this age, we will discuss that thing also. Interesting thing. Okay, and then the winning school boy. Winning school boy means not interested. When you are asked to go to school, you are not interested. Okay, with his satchel. Satchel means very heavy bag, because you keep books, isn't it, and copies and other things inside your bag. And shining morning face. Okay, means you wake up in the morning creeping like a snail. Why creeping? Snail means an animal you must have seen, isn't it? So that lives in water, and that walks very slowly, creeps basically. Why now creeping like a snail? Because when you are asked to go to school, you so basically don't like that idea, isn't it? So you walk very slowly towards what? Towards school. So towards school you walk very slowly, unwilling to school. You are not interested to go to school when you are at this stage. So this is the second stage. What is the second stage? Second stage is school boy stage. Okay, don't forget it. Okay, so now next stage. Next stage described by the author is third stage, which is called lovers stage. This is very important, isn't it, for you? Lovers stage, when you are physically infatuated or attracted towards opposite sex. And then the lovers stage, the speaker of this poem says, sighing like furnace. Now look at it. Furnace means hot metal rod, means you have a lot of energy there. With a woeful ballad means you sing songs for those lady, isn't it, whom you like, whom you love. So made to his mistress eyebrow. Okay, so you sing song about that eyebrows of that lady, you sing song about the hair of that lady, you sing song, you write poems, you write stories about that lady. Okay, so after schoolboy, then the person changes into, okay, he is like adolescence age. Then during adolescence age, that person passes through lovers stage. Okay. Okay, so the schoolboy then evolves into a young man full of energy here who falls in love, singing songs for the girl he loves, as you can see here in the picture, isn't it? Many of you must have so gone through this age, and many of you are might be in this age as well. Okay, so then now in fourth comes soldier's stage. Okay, so now soldier's stage does not mean that you join the army. Basically, it's a metaphor. Okay, trying to say that now you start working, you start having some job, you start working in some offices. So then a soldier, fourth stage is soldier's stage. Please do not forget it. Full of strange oaths. Now look at here. You commit, you made commitment to your friends, your family members, and then your community, your country. And bearded like the part means you grow beards during this stage. Jealous in honor means you seek honor. Jealous in honor means you seek prestige, dignity in society. You like to be respected in society. Sudden and quick in quarrel, you have lot of energy and you can defend yourself, you can challenge, you can so have any argument and counter argument. Seeking the bubble reputation. Now look at here, you seek the reputation even if it's for very short time. You don't like to be humiliated during this stage, even in the cannon's mouth. So what does a soldier do? Soldier sacrifices his life or her life for the country, for the nation, isn't it? So cannons from he is always ready to face the cannon. So cannon means, a weapon, isn't it, that fires the ball, that fires the big ball, that destroys the, isn't it, large area. So that can cause the lethal damage. Now look at here. So this stage is compared with soldier's stage because during this stage we do our job. You may be like teacher, you may be like officer, you may be any xyz person. This is the stage when we compete, when we so contribute to our state, nation, community. And during this stage we need reputation, we need so that kind of honor, and we are jealous if somebody is more progressive than us, isn't it? If somebody is making more like financial success and other success than us. So this is very important stage. According to me, this is the most important stage in our life. Okay, soldiers stage means you are not going to join the army and fight for the nation in the border. It means that you anyhow contribute to your country's progress, you anyhow contribute to your nation's progress, civilization. Okay, so this age is called soldiers stage. Okay, so during this stage, man has different kind of responsibilities. Please note this thing. He has different responsibilities as son. So you may be father, you may be brother. You have to do that. You may be son or daughter. So according to the Shakespeare, in order to honor and protect his motherland, man has to play the role of soldier. Okay. So in anyhow, you have to contribute to your country. Okay. So this is it. Now let's move ahead. So fifth stage is now stage of justice. Fifth stage is stage of so justice, where we become more mature. Okay. And then the justice. Okay, what is the stage of justice? What kind of roles we perform? In a fair round belly. Fair round belly means we become fat. Our belly becomes round. With good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut. We keep beard with formal cut. Full of wise charge and moral instances means we become more wise during this age. And so he plays his part. Okay. So look at here. Capon line means you wear a kind of belt, isn't it? You wear a kind of belt because you have become fat. okay, because you have grown kind of more old, and you have lot of knowledge and wisdom regarding your, because of your experiences, because of your knowledge, because of your wisdom coming through your experiences, you start instructing others what to do, what not to do, what is right and what is wrong. So you start what, you start, okay, you start instructing others. So this stage is called justice. What does a justice do? Justice so defines what is right and what is wrong, yes or not? So during this stage you define, you instruct your juniors, do this, do not do that, okay. So this stage is called stage of justice, okay. So fifth stage. Now let's move ahead. Now sixth stage is called stage of pantaloon, means old man. Completely you become lean and thin. Okay, the sixth stage shifts into the lean sleeper pantaloon. Okay, so you become very old, and then you wear the clothes, and then those clothes are also very hollow to your body because your body becomes thin. The clothes that you wear, they don't so fit to your body. With spectacles, you wear spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose, well saved, all too wide. Okay, so now look at here. The clothes that you used to wear, the pants, the shorts, and then other clothes that you used to wear during your youth, they become very, okay, large for you, oh, very wide for you. For his shrunk sang means your so body shrinks during this age. The cells they keep on becoming old, they die, and then you have wrinkles. And his big manly voice. Okay, so when you are young, when you are in soldier's stage, what happens? You can speak loudly, you can cry loudly, you have manly voice. But when you become old, your voice, they, okay, are very they are very like low. You cannot shout, you cannot cry, turning again towards childish treble pipes, yes or not? During this stage your voice are just like voice of child that whistles only and whistles in his sound. So this is the stage of thin and lean old man pantaloon. Okay, in his loose pantaloon. Pantaloon means especially very hollow, as in a pant, wide pants that do not fit to some person. Okay, during this stage you become very thin and lean. Okay, so this is the sixth stage. Then comes the final stage or the last act. So this is the last stage or the final act, final stage compared to life stage. So last scene of all that ends this strange eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Now look at here. The last stage is also compared with the second childishness because you become like a child here. You cannot do anything on your own. You are helped by others. You are fed by others. Yes or not? So you are always taken. You need to be taken care by others. So this stage is also compared with the second childishness age. You forget everything. Oblivion means you forget everything, like a child does not know anything. So when you are in this stage, so you don't know anything. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. Okay, during this stage you lose. Sans means you lose, gumaunu, everything. You lose teeth, you lose eyes, you lose taste, you lose everything. So this stage is also defined as second childishness stage. Okay, so and we die. Okay, dear learners, now let's discuss something. Okay, finally we die, as you can see on picture here. Okay, so this is it, dear learners. We will be discussing so another topic in our another lecture. So thank you for listening this video, for watching this video, and finally, if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe the channel and do not forget to share it with your friends. Have a good day ahead. Meet you soon.